What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 9 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game Sonic's Ultimate Sega Collection, which was released on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 by Sega and Backbone Entertainment. And this, of course, is essentially a compilation of first-party Sega Genesis games along with some first-party Sega Master System games and some Sega arcade games and stuff like that. And pretty much the Sega arcade games and the Sega Master System games that's in this compilation, you have to unlock up, but I will mention that later in the video. Now, the main menu of this compilation consists of a lot of Sega Genesis games, you know what I'm saying? And it has options and extra content that you can view and stuff like that. And as far as the Sega Genesis games that's in this compilation disc, you can pretty much organize these games by the genre that they're part of alphabetically, the individual games release year date or favorite, which means a certain game will be your most favorite by giving it like 5 stars or whatever rating they give it, or the least favorite game on this compilation you would pretty much give a 1 and stuff like that. Now, Sonic's Ultimate Sega Collection pretty much include first-party Genesis games like the Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy, Altered Beast, the Streets of Rage trilogy, Vector Man and Vector Man 2 and stuff like that. Now, the extra content that is in this compilation pretty much consists of interview from people who worked for Sega when this compilation was released. Then there's the Sega arcade games and the first party Sega Master System games and stuff like that. Now, all of the interviews, first party Sega Master System game and Sega arcade games can be unlocked uh, by completing a specific objective on a specific Genesis game. For example, in order to unlock the arcade version of Altered Beast, you have to get 100,000 points on the Sega Genesis version of Altered Beast by the end of the first stage, which is pretty much easy to do. You know what I'm saying, regardless of the difficulty that you set on that particular game in this trilogy and stuff. Um, there are essentially 8 different interviews from people who was working for Sega Japan at the time. You have like a couple of Sega Master System games, essentially Golden Axe Warrior and Fantasy Star. While you have like other games, which are of course arcade versions of like say Space Harrier and Shinobi and stuff like that. Now, the graphics and design for each game are good with some pretty nice color palettes. You know what I'm saying? To me, Sega did a really good job with the graphics when each of these games had came out. When they did, whether you're talking about some of the arcade games, the Sega Master System games, or the Sega Genesis games and stuff like that. For example, Sonic the Hedgehog, Streets of Rage, Altered Beast, stuff like that. And, and I do like the controls and gameplay there. are pretty good and fluent and stuff like that. And plus, the soundtrack and sound effects for each game is pretty good too. So if you were if you're like a fan of the Sega games, whether it's like I said, whether it's Sonic or Golden Axe, you're gonna enjoy the music in this compilation, um, in this compilation and stuff like that. Now, for the most part, I would pretty much definitely recommend this compilation, especially to anybody who's a fan of certain titles like Streets of Rage, or a fan of Sega games in general and stuff like that, or somebody who likes retro retro games in general and stuff like that. As far as the score, I definitely give Sonic's Ultimate Sega Collection a 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, you can sound off in the comment section about Sonic's Ultimate Sega Collection, what games you liked or what games you didn't like, or whatever the case may be, and everything. With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 9 signing off.